All right, we're on, but
All right, Deuce, man. Thanks for having me on here. What do you got this space called, man?
I don't know. Deuce and Feeney live and
Deuce and
direct.
Feeney live. We're doing we're just shooting the breeze. All right, so we're talking MMF a little bit here, just for a second, talking in Chronos land,
Yeah.
talking our experiences over the last couple of years. So, Deuce, I want to remind you of a conversation we had with somebody. We were on a call with Owen and the trader. His name was Rob, and I think that it might have been, yeah, whatever. It was Rob, and he was looking at the MAD chart, and I remember asking him, "What do you see happening with MAD?" And at the time, MAD was worth $14. A couple of days before that, it was worth 25.
25. Yeah, I remember those days.
So
Remember? Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I I remember saying to him, "What do you think's going to happen with this?" Because we had big bags in MAD, and he goes, "Well, if I'm to actually shoot it straight with you, man, I would put a buy order in at a quarter." And I went, "What are you talking about?" Like, because I'd sent him the chart, I'd sent him everything about it. He looked into the tokenomics, he looked into it with an informed eye. He knew what he was looking at. I didn't. I was looking at the tweets, seeing a tweet come out and a green candle go up, and I knew it was going to happen, so I'd buy it, and I'd go, "Yeah, it's going to happen again." Another tweet, boom, another green candle. It was all hype. But he was looking at the actual tokenomics. What is it? What is this
Right.
thing? And
Right.
he goes, and then after he said a quarter, he actually sent me a message, and he goes, "I could see this thing being worth 4 cents." And it was worth $14. And I think if we look at it today, it's worth around 4 cents. And I think to myself, how did you see that? But now I actually can see it too, you know? But the thing that I do miss, and the thing that bothers me, is that there is such hype generated stuff. Look no further than the Peppy community, Like, that to me just bothers me, because it's not anything. Like, it's never going to have anything other than a community and a hype, and hopefully a whale pumps it up during the bull run, and it probably is
Well,
going to
isn't
have.
that Shiba and Doge too?
Yeah, but
Does it
those
look?
things bug the shit out of me. Like, don't they? Like,
Oh, here's the thing about Pepe that does give it hope, and I need you to understand this. Pepe is a renounced contract. It's completely transparent and fair. There's You know what a renounced contract is. It means that the creator doesn't have any administration rights, and every administration wallet is the wallet is the contract creator's wallet address is nullified. So it's a OX000000, which doesn't exist, right? So that contract is a renounced contract, just like Bitcoin. And there's something about these renounced contracts that they survive. When crypto bull runs come back, these renounced contracts, they tend to survive, right? And they can be awoken at any given point for any fucking kind of foolish
sure,
reason, right?
sure. But that's the thing, okay? Like, I understand that's going to happen. I understand people are going to pump their bags. But
What
I
up,
also
sick?
think that, like, there's certain things that you can hold on to that you might see as a actual asset. Bitcoin, to me, is an actual asset. Like, Ethereum, to me, is an actual asset. And then you've got all these altcoins that go off to the side of it. Some have use cases. Cool. You might need it. But that's all I just have a hard time.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Whoa. There's something bothering you. He hates it.
But because it's not an actual value of anything. Like, it's not a company. It's not a
It is.
product.
It, it, it. You're right. You're right. You're right. But
Unless you're calling the
community.
community, unless you're calling the community an actual product. Now,
It is, though. In my eyes, the community is an actual product, right? Because the only reason why Shiba is still alive is the community and the developers creating an ecosystem for the community, right? So if Pepe, let's say Pepe, right? For instance, hear me out on this. Pepe ain't got shit right now but community hype and a big ass gang, right? But let's say Pepe were to create a DApp with an ecosystem in it. And now what are people going to do with their Pepe? Boom, they're going to fucking start staking it for this other stuff, just like Shiba did with Bone and all these other things. It just skyrocketed the whole thing. Okay, so Pepe is a renounced contract. There's no dishonesty going on or manipulation going on with the contract. We know that. And if they were to upgrade the platform with an ecosystem, right? What do you think is going to happen to Pepe with that huge army? You got to, it makes sense, doesn't it, though? So, like, there's these shit coins out there that just are shit coins and they don't go the whole nine. But then you got your Shibas, right? That create a whole, circulatory system with staking and stuff like that. That kind of things in a bull run or whatever, that awakens the crowd. So what if Pepe creates something during the bull run?
Well, then
That
why aren't
thing's
we
gonna
creating
sky.
an NFT right now that has a full-on Pepe staking program? Why aren't we doing that? Why aren't we doing that?
Maybe they are. I don't
No, why
know.
aren't we doing that? I don't care about
Oh,
they.
why?
I
Why
don't
are
care about
we?
they. I don't need to own a freaking
Oh,
thing on Pepe. I don't need it. I'm just asking. Why aren't we putting together something like that? You want to have a Pepe pool? People like staking Pepe. I'm not big on staking, but maybe they are. I could hook you up with some staking.
listen, we aren't big on staking, right? But I'll tell you when I am big on staking, when the bull runs, 1 year, 6 months away. I like the atmosphere is changing. Can you feel the atmosphere changing these days? Because when I walk around town and I'm shopping and stuff like that, and I meet my people, they're like, "What's this bull run all about?" I got stock guys coming to me. What's this bull run? You know, and there's a sentiment that's changing right now in crypto, if you ask me. And anybody who is staking right now is not trying to pull out. If you were staking back then a year ago or something, you're pulling out your profits as fast as we could, like deer and all this other stuff, right? When we were doing all that. But now, as we come into this 6-month threshold for this fucking Bitcoin halving, there is a game plan now. You come in early before the bull run, while the thing's on the bottom, you stake and yield farm and watch that motherfucker blow up throughout the whole year.
Well, that's what the guys are doing right now. That you mentioned deer, Toxic Garden on Arbitrum. They're doing okay. Like these
Right.
guys went over. They went with the bridge, and I'm talking like they put like a 10 grand bag into this thing, and I'm like watching, going seriously. Like I'm wondering, did you guys not learn? But they did learn, and they've 4x'd already.
I'm
They've pulled
telling
that,
you,
and
bro.
they've pulled, and they keep going. Every time they get, that 2x, they pull it out, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out, 10 out.
This
Now they've got 30 on the side with 10 still in play.
and this is why, right? It's all about utilizing everything we've learned in the last 3 years, right? I call it 3 phases of crypto. The first phase, hodling. You got your hodl phase. The second phase we learned in crypto was yield farming. Now, if you guys joined me on the amazing bull run, 3 years ago, we yield farmed like a fucking madman and it actually worked. 2 phases of crypto right there of investing. The third phase, leverage trading, right? Imagine leverage trading this bull run, buddy. Oh my God. I mean, we're talking about humongous movement on the daily chart. These gains are going to be immaculate, right? So anybody who wants to do this crypto thing, for me, it's so important to learn these phases of crypto: hodling, yield farming, and leverage trading. Because if you've been here like we've been here and you've seen the beauty of crypto and you've seen the dark fucking shadows of crypto, well, you know what to do this time around. It's all about taking it out at the end of it, right?
Can I make a little? Can I make something though? I got to tell you, I'm with you
Yeah.
on everything. Leverage trading. Let's make sure that we're leverage trading on a reputable leverage trading site, because I used MMFs when they were doing
Oh
their
my
thing.
God.
I just wanted, but no, I'll tell you what I did. Not because I was like, hey, I want to use this like it's my main thing. I just want to know how it worked. But I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what
Please
happened.
share. Please share.
I had a position in a long established, okay,
What
established
coin?
at a 40x on Bitcoin,
Okay.
and I had it established, opened at 15,800,
Ooh.
and it was up at like 19,000, and it was going very well.
This sounds like this is not going to end well.
The position disappeared. I got my money back. I put a ticket in. I said, "What the hell just happened?" And I got a
You're
whole
about
lot
to
of
rug
runaround.
the. You were going to take out the whole platform, that 15K long, or what?
Well, because I, well,
Is that what was? I mean, why the fuck wouldn't they pay you? What are you going to take out? This guy was smart enough to put a 15K long in and just take us out. What happened there? That is weird, bro. Yeah, I
it was
don't.
$250. I put $250 on that position, and it was running awesome.
Bing X. Bing X. Katie Crypto, Bing X, man. That's where it's at. Bing X, Mexi. These are real exchanges. Do not fuck with a Chronos leverage trading fucking goddamn app. What the fuck? Tell me one fucking goddamn Chronos application that really did something right for you. I'm sorry to speak like that, but golly, I mean, and thank you for sharing that because that's tough, man. So they never. So what did they do to? What'd they answer your ticket with?
Um, they referred to a little disclaimer that said that there's sometimes the position won't go through, and they said that my position had not gone through. I was like, boys,
Oh
this
my
thing's been
god.
running for 3 weeks.
Okay. So you saw your position run for 3 weeks, and you're like, oh yeah, I'm not cashing out because I know this thing's fucking running up.
Well, it's not coming back down, and I was willing for it to go down. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, go for it. If you want to go down, I'll just do it again lower. That's fine. I was okay with that, but I was like, I'm where I want. I also had a 77 at the time, a 77 cent position at Matic, and it went up to $1.20, and I did cash that out, and then my other one disappeared.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
you tell me that's not weird.
no, that's absolutely fraudulent. You
I
kidding
never
me?
touched it again.
Yeah. I don't
Learned
blame you.
learned what I needed to know. And I can't make it up. Like, I mean, the blockchain doesn't lie. You can see that you could see that that was made, and then you can see that money was put back in my wallet.
How many X? Sorry. How many X though? 50? 40?
I was on 40x. Yeah.
Nice. That's
You
my
know,
prime. Hey, I love 40X because it's just enough, but it's not too greedy.
but
You
it
get
was
some wiggle room.
if I'm not mistaken, it was around 850%, that it was sitting at that trade. Like, it was sitting really
I
nice.
mean, listen, a Bitcoin, look, guys, Bitcoin is at 30,000 right now. Feeney, you would still have that order open, I guarantee it.
Guaranteed. Because the whole thought process was, and I kept saying it, was, guys, okay, like, what are we doing? We're just hoping to put a bag of Bitcoin. That's cool. That'd be nice to say I bought this Bitcoin cheap. But can you imagine if you're the guy that says that you're holding a position with it at a 50x? Like, can you imagine if you said, hey, like, yeah, okay, it's 4x since I got it. Yeah, but guys, I'm sitting at a 50x position.
Just another example of just untrustworthy. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I listen. That's bullshit, is what I got to say. Fuck that. I will never use anything from Kronos like that. Golly. And what? Okay, so let's move on to another thing called Blue Spade. So, have you touched Blue Spade? Because isn't Blue Spade like a Kronos thing? Correct me if
Well,
I'm wrong, please.
you just heard me say it. I like to try new things because the only way that I can answer anything is if I've used it. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I'm not touching it." No,
Mm-hmm.
I want to touch it and tell you why I did or didn't. Yeah, I actually did a series of trades today on it, and
Really? Okay. Good timing by me.
that's really funny you say that. So I walked the scale for a long when it was sitting at 30,600.
And
I
hold on,
walked.
I have nothing against Blue Spade. We're just having a podcast. We're just speaking, okay? I like to ask
You're
tough
gonna.
questions. Feeney understands that, and he's, you know what I mean? We're those guys. Go ahead,
You're
sorry.
actually going to hear me talk it pretty decent because I had a good experience on it. But
Okay.
I'm also going to. I'm not a guy that just gives an easy 100% because I'm not going to. But I'll get there.
Okay.
So when I was using it, it was really easy to get it established. I didn't have to go jump through any hoops to be able to use their platform. I was able to use my Crow and or USDC, and I could long and short those things if there's liquidity in it. So I set up a series of little positions for a long. Okay, and I walked it right down to the 30,000, and it did pretty well. And
Mm-hmm.
then I got one that I wanted. I 2x'd my investment for the day, and I said that's cool. But then I saw that I thought, okay, this thing's going to dive back down. So I went to go into a short, and I couldn't for the life of me get it to give me into a position. Like I couldn't get it to have a sufficient liquidity. And then I tried to go for set up another long because I figured, okay, it's going to bounce here, and it wouldn't let me do it again. So that was my only
Mm.
problem, was I couldn't
Mm.
actually get it to have liquidity for me to put a position in again.
Can I step in for a minute?
Yeah.
That's why it's so important when you trade on like a leverage platform on like a app that's not built for like leverage trading, like Bing X or Mexi, or fucking my other favorite one. What's it called? Fucking god damn it. I don't. When you trade on these other protocols, right, that are built on like a Kronos blockchain, it is so important that they have volume,
Yeah.
because without that volume, you can expect weird things to happen. That volume, they got to have millions of, I'm not talking about 10 million. They got to have like 100 million there, right? To do these leverage trades, to go up and down securely. Because sometimes there is manipulation when they notice that, hey, we can't probably do that right now. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, these other platforms have so many people on there because they're just known for leverage trading that they all just root over there. But these new things that pop up, they don't have volume. Sometimes they can't handle your fucking 50x bet, you know? And I think that's a real thing that people need to realize. If you jump on a leverage trading platform, you better make sure these guys have volume to cover. Because if you come on a new platform, especially on Chronos that lacks volume, Chronos lacks so much volume, bro. It's just, it's like little league shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the way that I've gone about this, like, because I do really like Chronos, but my problem is that I don't understand what the overall approach is at this point for a lot of people. Because I hear a lot of people that are diehard Chronos, they seem to put a lot of leverage on what the price of Crow is, and it's all about buy Crow, buy the dip and hodl, hold Crow, Crow to the moon. And I think to myself, I don't want to look at it like that. That's not my investment on this. Like, I think to myself, I want to know, how is Kronos going to be utilized as a blockchain? Because
Mm-hmm.
that to me is the value. Crow
Right.
itself is a gas token. It's a reward token. It's an ultimate farming token. It's the gas token, man. That's all that it is. Now, okay, it's going to go up. You're going to say, well, you're going to hope that you bought it at 5 cents when it's worth a buck. If it's worth a
Right.
buck, there's 30 million in supply. That would be a $30 billion market cap. I meant to say there's 30 billion in supply. So people are
Okay.
like $2 crow. So there's going to be a $60 billion market. Fuck.
Right. You're dreaming, bud. You're fucking.
I'll
You
give you
may
30
say
cents. I'll give
I'm
you
a
35
dreamer.
cents all time high. Or next time high. Next time high.
I'm right there with you. I don't see a buck. I don't
But
see
that doesn't
70.
mean I'm fudding on Chronos.
It
I think
doesn't.
I think that the blockchain can do great, and it can do great at 10 cent or 15 cent. It doesn't matter. Just get the developers on that blockchain to put a product out there that's actually legit, not a play to earn, not a hey, that's nice art, not a merch shop. You know, we're talking about
Not
that stuff.
Q4 gaming.
None of that
Not
stuff.
we're going to Polygon. Not what else is there? There's
Wait,
a lot of fucking
wait.
balls that they're
Okay,
trying to throw.
okay. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay, all right. Yeah, listen, it's fine. But you know we love fucking telling the truth. I mean, I do. And you know what? Kronos is like cool. It's just old news to me and I just tell it by the facts. I don't see any development here. I see the same shit happening every fucking month. Now we're 3 years in. I see the same fucking pitch. 3 years in. 3 fucking years in. The same fucking pitch. I'm going to grand slam that motherfucker out of the park. You're throwing me the same pitch. I could read you like a fucking book right now, okay? We just don't have value for other developers to come here and with interest and be like, I want to build there. You know what I mean? But you know where I've gone now, Feeny Baggins, and this is a great transition.
Let's hear it.
I'm a Polygon baby now. I'm a Polygon boy.
Well,
Okay.
it's really not a bad place to be. I mean, you take a look at some of the bigger companies. Like I talk about continuously, how do we have it where we on ramp and get into mass adoption? Well, guess what companies are going to what blockchain? When you have Disney going to Polygon, when you have Nike putting their swoosh on, out there, like, come on, there's Starbucks put their shit out there. That I'm assuming is something that's out there.
Even they might go to Polygon. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Why would they come to Kronos? Sorry,
So
not a diss to Kronos.
you have cheap gas fees in Matic, and you have blockchain technology of Ethereum. You have a
Oh my god, bro. The layer on top of Ethereum that Polygon is doing,
right.
making Ethereum gas fees like fucking 5, 2, 3 cents.
Right.
This is the way. I'm sorry, guys. You
And
need to understand what's going on. Stop being so fucking hypnotized by the same Twitter spaces with 50 people in there talking about the same shit for 3 fucking years straight. Walk across the street, motherfucker, please. Just walk across the street one time and see what's going on, is all I'm trying to say. There's nothing wrong with what they're doing. They're just doing what they do. But walk across the street once and just see the light. Okay? Is all I'm trying to sorry, man. I had to go off right there.
you had to, because it's true. You're not wrong on any of it.
And shout out to the guys in Kronos who really hold their ground and stay true to what they do. And I'll commend Boomer Squad.
Elder
Because
Pearl comes right to mind, doesn't he?
exactly. Because he's the one guy and team that actually are so fucking consistent and stay true to what they say. And they don't fucking say crazy space cadet shit. You know what I mean? They stick to what they got. They believe in what they got. And they just keep building from what they got. They're not trying to sell you a dream. They're not trying to fucking do some weird shit, And I appreciate that so much, because I wish every new project that comes to Kronos can have that attitude and character, because that little projects like that you stack upon that blockchain will build the character of the blockchain. Right now, Kronos is like a fucking goddamn junkyard with landmines. It's like Vietnam. You don't know what the fuck you're going to step on. You know what I mean? And it's so cookie cutter. And sorry, Kronos, I love you. I
You've got good
started there.
projects there too. It's not a hate across the board. DG Pals is doing good stuff, and I'm
That's
not.
a good project.
Yeah, and I'm not, typically a guy to give a shout out to a gaming project, but you know what? That project works hard. They show up every day, and they did expand. But the thing is that they did actually incorporate growth to Chronos. Now that's the big thing. I can't stand hearing projects say, "Hey, I'm going to expand," and tell me that it's going to be good for Chronos.
You're
Time out.
right.
Stop it. If it is, great, but you should be able to tell me how. And if you can't tell me how, to me as an investor, then that doesn't help me as an investor. If you're telling
Right.
me how it's going to help you as a project, okay, well, that's fine, but I'd appreciate it if you just rebranded and did something else.
Right.
You know, I
And
don't know.
and oh no, you're absolutely right. Because DG Pals, if I was the ambassador, head, marketing team or whatnot for crypto.com, DG Pals is right up there,
Yeah,
if
man.
not in first place, because they have an actual team. And Elder Carl and Boomer Squad, I'm throwing right up there too, because they're responsible. These people are very responsible. You know what I'm saying? Now, these other fuck faces, I'm sorry, not fuck faces, but these other guys, it's like Q4 gaming. We're gonna do all this promised shit. Q4 was 3 years ago. Where the fuck is the game? Q4 was 3 years ago. Where the fuck's the game now?
And whenever it comes out, the game doesn't come out as a finished product, does it? The game comes out in beta. Comes out in beta. Cool.
And they don't want
So,
to tell you that here's the game. You guys are actually the testers.
but then the thing that kills me is when I ask, and I'll ask a thing, I'll be like, so at some point, are we going to be able, like, you're going to go to other blockchains? Yeah. Yeah. So are we all going to be in the same game? No. What do you mean? Well, no, it's not going to be quite like that. I'm like, oh, so at some point or another, you're going to go focus on something else to raise more money and forget about me while I just keep buying and playing to earn. Okay.
Yeah,
When's the
yeah.
game coming out? When does it go out on Steam? When do you get Steam involved? I want to know that. Like, show me something real. But I'm not a game guy. But DG Pals is doing it well, so I'm not actually trying to knock nothing.
Okay.
DG Pals has figured out a thing that's going well.
No, they do, because they're not just solely focused on Chronos. That's what makes them very, very good as a project to me. People who are just isolated in this blockchain, I don't see any kind of growth potentially, right? But these guys started somewhere else. They just saw Chronos as like a little island, and they're like, "Hey, let's go sail over there and let them know about us," right? And then once we got here, they migrated, they said what up, and now they're moving on. They're not stuck here. You know what I mean? And every good project can understand that. Like, you can't just stay in one blockchain if you want to fucking,
But here's the difference. DG Pals has actually expanded their Chronos group. Do you know what I mean? Like, it hasn't made it where it's like they've made Chronos be something and then now they're going to go make another ball. They're actually seeming to pull it all together, which is hard to do.
It is.
They're doing it though, and they're showing you can do it out of Chronos, which I appreciate as a Chronos fan, but I don't see it often. So I appreciate.
Listen, I'm with you. I got love for Chronos. I started it. I'm a Chronos baby. I was born here, right? Now the thing is, like, I'm rooting for Crow. I really am, but we need to do better. That's all I'm gonna say. We got
I
to
like
do
the
better.
volume that happens over on Polygon. I enjoy intermixing communities now. Like, I enjoy being in spaces that have 4 different blockchains and actually learning about all of them. Because the biggest mistake I think I made last time during the bull run was only focusing on one thing. Because with that said, we want to make Chronos grow. Well, you don't grow by just growing on each other. We grow by being involved in other shit so that we actually can.
And we had something to talk about during those times. Right now, it's hard to represent. I'm just being honest. There's only a select few, and I happen to not be in DG Pal, so I can't really represent. You know what I mean? I don't really I tried to get in there, but it was too expensive for me back in the day, even back then, right? But I could talk about Boomer Squad, you know what I mean? But there's not much for me to, when I go to like a Polygon meetup or like a fucking Decentraland or whatever, right? Just another network. I tell them where I'm from, but that's as far as it goes. I can't say, you know, crazy cool things, you know. It's hard for me. It's
So
hard.
this is how I promote. This is how I, and it's not promoting, but this is how I talk about like when I'm from Kronos. Like
Mhm.
I'll go into spaces and I will just talk about, and it's not about a blockchain. I won't even pick a blockchain. I'll just talk about what I find to be good or bad in an investment, and what I look for in investments. And I'll look for them on any blockchain. They're anywhere. They're all over the place. If that one looks good, I'll go. And I'm not going to bring a bag back to anywhere. If you want me to bring a bag into Kronos, then how about we get a project that's going to come out? And I mean, like, there's some that are out there that are good, but I mean, I want to see, I want to see them. I
I
lost.
hear you. No. It's fun. See, that's what I would do if I started talking about Chronos. I would draw a blank somewhere during the conversation. I'd be
Well,
like,
because I don't
let me
sit
just
there
play
and
the song.
talk that I'm from Kronos. Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
I might say, hey, like I've done this there, you know, and
right.
I'm working on this, but I don't know where it's gonna get.
So I'd like to show you something interesting. Now that we've, kind of broke the ice here, I'd love to show you a project that I kind of dabbled in. Right. Let me change this. How do we
What's the
do this?
website?
Okay, so um, the product is called Voton X. Let me just pop it up and share my screen. Actually, how do I? Okay. Let me get over here. Can you see me?
Yeah, let me get that screen bigger. I'll figure it out.
Okay. Um, look at this chart.
That's a good chart.
Here, I'll drop let me drop something in the chat. Let me refresh. Drop the link in the chat. Right.
How do I spell Voton? Voton?
Yes, VOTONX should be the only one there. Right. Now, this Voton X is very interesting to me. It was given by a resource very early. I am in here. I actually today bought this dip right here. You can see this dip. That red candle. Sigbra. Shout out to Sigbra. Shout out to my boy Vinny. Sigbra. So we were notified about this little project here. Of course, yeah, guys, we want to make money. Cool, right? But I'm a big guy of finding out if this project is, actually some shit I want to give my time to long term, right? Or just make a quick buck, or is this thing really a long term thing? So I bought this fat ass dip. This thing happened right in front of me today. It's crazy, right? And I bought that dip, and this thing, and we'll actually bought down here too, right? But this thing is running healthy. There's a guy that cashes out every now and then, probably the creator, some guy who bought it really early, right? Let's scroll down here. Let's just scroll all the way down, right? We got 2 million. June 15th is when this thing started, right? And I've been looking at the buyouts, right? It's some of the same people that are doing that. So they're early contenders, right? But Voton X is very interesting to me because this is actually an LLC company, right? And let me jump in and grab some links for us.
I'm already on the website. I'm reading. They're out of Stuart, Florida. Magnetic Miles LLC.
Yes, let's go.
So,
Let's
you
go.
know, when you're looking at it, so they're a brand name our scientists gave to the resulting energies generated from our patented technologies. So when they say that, do they have a patent that we're going to find here along the way?
I'll let you do some stuff, man, if you want. Or should I just cut it short and let you know what I found?
Well, let's hear what you found, and I'm going to kind of keep looking too.
Okay, great. So you know me, Feeney, you know me, man. I'm always the guy that questions everything, right?
Their white paper's a video, by the way.
Which fucking sucks cock. Excuse my language. But
I can't put it
we're
on. Like, it'd be loud.
we're gonna need a new video, guys. But I looked around and I did some stuff that we usually do when we find new projects. And I actually went to the US patent website and I would throw these patent numbers in. And I found a patent that correlated to exactly what I was looking for. And I clicked it. I looked at the names on the website. I looked at the names on the patent. And there was an exact correlation. So for me, I said to myself, well, I can't really say much there, can I? You know what I mean? And it actually, I had to brake check myself, you know, because I'm a guy that will run my mouth until a stop sign pulls up and says, okay, Duce, what are you going to say to that? And I found names on the patent that were congruent with the names of the LLC. And I said to myself, okay, now I come from a background of, I'm a big avid UFO researcher and I understand magnetic technology, right? And these guys have a patent that kind of runs with that technology that can make something run a little bit longer with this technology. Now, this was like 5 days ago when I did this, so I'm kind of like blurry now, but the information was fresh 5 days ago. But if you actually do your research and go to the US Patent Office, type in their US patent number, right? And read their website, the names that own this patent and what do you call it? They correlate.
Okay, I'll tell you what I want to know, and it's all very intriguing because I mean, like their team, they look like they're credible guys, you know, and it looks like to me like I've always wondered, how do you go to a company, give them an A to Z on ramp to crypto to do in real life to crypto and tying them together, and it's like somebody here has actually maybe done that, and I'd love to know who was responsible for getting it all together. These three people on our team, who tied together with somebody in crypto, what all
Right.
came together, because and maybe they did it themselves, and I'm not trying to discredit anybody, I'm just saying I
Right.
bet you there's a much bigger team than these three guys that we see, and it's on the crypto end.
So you have the land team, right?
Right,
The Web
right.
2 business, the LLC,
Them,
right? Them,
yes.
the technology, the real shit business, right? But then you have the token side, the crypto side,
Correct.
that they must have shook hands with somebody that they
That's right.
trust,
Yes.
right? To build this tokenomic side of things for them called Voton X, right? Now you could see in this chart, yeah, the guy's cashing out, paying himself. Well, okay, great. I don't blame you. Okay, fine. Pay yourself. You got it. But there's some correlation here that is kind of truthful, which is the business, right? We always fall back on the business side. And to me, when I saw the patents, I was like, okay, well, this is somewhat I can't really say anything on that side of things. You know what I mean? So my interest now is trying to get these guys on the podcast. Maybe you and me. You know what I mean?
For
Because
sure.
you know what I'm saying. We could get them on and just see what they have to say if they have someone that can represent themselves. Now I do know this. There's a guy named Michael that's building the contract. That built the contract and is in charge of the tokenomics or whatnot. His name's Michael.
Can I just
And
can I read
hmm.
something?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
How will Vatonex become a
Mm-hmm.
utility token? And so it says, as companies throughout the world witness the benefits of Magnetic Miles LLC technology, they can realize that they are able to accept the Vatonex tokens from their customers as payment for power bills. Now, is this for
That's
us to get our
interesting.
money? Yeah, it is. Is the purpose of this going to be geared at that's how it's going to give me my investment blow up, or how does the tokenomics work? Like, if people are going to be using this technology, how does that correlate to this token?
Right. And I'm going to say this, and I'm just being brutally honest. Right now, probably the people in there are just trying to make money. The investors I'm speaking of, right?
Yeah.
But the only thing keeping the investors in probably is like the realness of the LLC, that it's actually a real business with a phone number we can call, actually. Should we call
Yeah, we should give them a ring.
them?
Yo, that's so funny. Yeah, there's a phone number.
There's a phone number, bud. Should we
Okay.
give them a ring a dingy? I
Well,
mean,
they're probably closed right now.
right. But we could schedule a call sometime. I mean, the office, it's going to be Monday morning tomorrow, if I'm correct. So we could actually get into this, Feeney, and you'd be the perfect guy with me to just jump in here and just,
I,
dissect it. And
I
hopefully
would.
one of
I
these
want to.
days we can get Michael or somebody that represents this company to get in here and talk about it with us, because yeah, I'll just be honest. There's 100 people in the Discord, 100 plus people. They're probably all from Kronos, which is strange to me. You know what I'm saying? And here, I'll drop the Discord link for you.
But this is a Polygon project.
Ah, good. I see you've been looking. So Polygon project, but origins from where? Maybe Kronos, because you might see a lot of familiar faces in
If
there.
I went into the Discord, I might see.
Yes. So let me drop a link for you real quick. Where's this thing at? Photon. Let me grab the invite people, copy. So let me know if you see this in the chat right here. Discord. Here's the link right there on the screen, but I think you can go to the chat and copy paste it maybe. But yeah, hop in there, you know what I mean? Definitely check it out.
Tell you what. Because I'm on my phone for that.
No, you'll have time, you know what I mean, later on, and yeah, you'll check it out. But this is a new thing that actually popped up, you know what I mean? It's got
That looks
the
good. I mean, I like what they're talking about. I just like asking the hard questions.
exactly.
And I look forward to hearing the answers, you know?
Yeah. Me too. Me too. And from what I've gone through in the past week, so you know me, like I said earlier, I love asking hard questions too. I love being skeptical, especially new projects and stuff. And I ran into a little stop sign. Skirt. Oh, these names kind of correlate. I had to shut up for a minute. You know what I mean? I had to shut up for a minute. It is what it is. And I actually enjoyed it. I said, wow, okay, well, I put my money in here and I'm actually kind of glad, you know. And look how many zeros in. Okay, not to get about the money. Let's move over to the money. Look how many zeros are in there. Right? Now let's just talk about the money investment side for a minute. Okay. Look how many zeros are in there. And if they're actually a legit company or whatnot, right? And they can survive in this playing field into next year. I threw $500 in there. Sorry, I did.
Well,
We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? I'm making moves right now, guys. Listen, just to get off topic, crypto season is coming back. Right now is I'm a little mad at myself because I should have started investing in shit at 15K Bitcoin in January when everyone was frail and broken. You know what I mean? I should have fucking started moving shit around at 15K Bitcoin. Boy, was I pulling my hair. Even at the 25K to 30K, I went to the beach that morning. When I left my house, this fucking thing right here said 25 fucking K. When I came back, that thing said 30K. And I was so mad at myself, buddy. Just like lollygagging. Like, what are you? You've been telling yourself you're about to get in and make moves, but you didn't, buddy. So now that really woke up, you know, the fucking DeFi fingers and thumbs. And I'm moving around now, man. I'm moving around, dude. I seriously, dude, because I don't. And I know this thing can Bitcoin could fall back down, maybe to 25 again, 20, but I don't think we're ever going to see 15K ever again.
well, I think that institutional money that held on to it as if they bought gold in their investment portfolios. I think that money moved in and it's not moving off. They would be willing to ride it pretty damn low. And that would mean that everybody else sold it. And that's not going to happen. If you do, then that institution's going to buy that dip. Sorry, but those are what they're looking for now. I don't think that it's going to go that low. I think it'll all get gobbled up if anybody even tries.
Yeah, I totally agree, man. And that's why I started this whole thing off with like, can you feel the weather changing?
Yeah.
You know, you got Fidelity, BlackRock for the ETF. They just got accepted.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is $1 trillion market, both of them. We're talking about $1 trillion going into Bitcoin, $1 billion thingy. So when we go to the trillions, well, 100K now. A couple weeks ago, I was like, listen, I'm going to take out 3/4 of everything when we reach our all-time high that we did, 69K, just to play it safe. And I was like, 100K is like just, but now when the BlackRock thing and everything, SEC accepting it, passing it, that is a lot of money coming into our playing field, right? And it's money that investors that don't know how to do Web3, like the old timers, that money is there. And now 100K to me, and I'm not saying we're going to 100K, but it doesn't seem too far off with these $1 trillion avenues coming into the space now. And you throw Hong Kong in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking open doors coming into this thing now, right? So the big picture, this fucking bull run to me is like imminent. And this is our 4th generational Bitcoin halving, and it's no secret anymore. It really isn't. This now we got the American corporation. We got America that's trying to stop all the Americans from fucking investing in Bitcoin. Throwing down these exchanges in the past month, trying to scare us out. That 25K, you know, to jump to 30K, that I don't think that was retail. Ask me, you know. Sorry to get off track here, but yeah, Voton X, definitely look into it, Feeney, in the next couple of days, man. And let's definitely dig into that. Join their Discord or whatnot.
That's what I am. I'm in the wallet right now of the creator.
Oh, you fucking dirty dog. You fucking dirty dog.
I had to find stuff out. Just looking.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I see that they got a lot of votes on X in that wallet.
They do. Like 100. Are you looking at the one with 150 mil? There's one guy with 150 mil.
This one's got 575 million.
Okay.
So this is the maker. It's gotta be the maker.
Yeah, we love creeping through the back door and just looking around.
Because now I gotta go back, you know, it's got 40 transactions. I guess I'll go back and take a look at what the first one was.
In and out, in and out. Do you see a lot of
where
out?
that one comes from, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
you said 15 days ago but like this wallet started 74 days. Anyway, I'll
Right.
play around. We don't need to do that right now.
Yeah, we can go in on it later. Oh shit, I think Feeney exited the fucking stream by accident. It's all good. But yeah, guys, oh man. What have you guys been up to, man? Any DeFi moves? Any what do you guys think of crypto? Are you think the bull run is in? We're about to hit the threshold, right? Let me try to invite Feeney back. Oh, there he is. There you are. You must
I'm
have
back.
pushed a Yeah, so what do you Feeney, what do you think about, crypto coming back, the weather of crypto? Can you feel something different? You know what I mean?
Buddy,
Do you feel a turn coming?
well, you can tell that people realize that the bags aren't going to go much lower. I don't think people are scared. It'd be really hard to shake people right now. I think that people that are holding the Bitcoin that bought it in anything sub 30,000, and I mean that, especially sub 25,000, you know, those people are sounding confident. They're really confident. And I think that people that came in, I mean, to take profits, I thought that there was going to be a little bit more in that 21 to 25 range, but it didn't go below that 25. It popped up to that 30. And I asked myself, I wonder if it was trying to get down to 21, and I think that there was a lot of enough sells to get there. But I think that new money that you spoke about, that BlackRock stuff, and everybody that's around it and that paid attention to that, the people tried to cash out the profits. People did take profits, and it would have in the past gone to that 21. But there's enough new money that came in that held it and
Yeah,
popped it up.
which I totally agree. And in the long run, right, with this BlackRock shit and all this, you know what they're trying to do. They're gonna get in here and try to control the market just like the stock market. So this bull run that we're coming upon, the fourth generational Bitcoin halving that we're gonna witness and be a part of, might be the last of the Mohicans. To me, because after this, another 4 years later, we're gonna be in for massive manipulation at that point because the institutions will take over. You know what I mean? And they work as a team. There's no doubt, right? And this is it, boys. I mean, for me, with the recession hitting, we still haven't hit the recession. Stock market still hasn't crashed. Real estate market still hasn't crashed. We're in for it. 2 more raises for the interest rate from Jerome Powell. We're in for it, guys. Bitcoin, gold, and silver is the absolute hedge to this fucking thing. And you could tell by BlackRock and all these companies coming in here, going through fucking that one company, I forgot the name, trying to sneakily invest in Bitcoin through other avenues and shit. You know what I mean? It's very obvious, especially if you've been in the game. If you're retail and new, you might not understand the game too well, right? But if you've been in here and you hear all this stuff, it's all very bullish. You know what I mean? That's my take. And I'm sticking with it. I'm very excited. If you guys can't tell, I'm very excited for the bull run. And that's why I'm making these moves. So here's another move that I'm doing. Have you ever heard of Quick Swap?
Yep.
Polygon?
Yes, sir.
I just threw $2,000 in there. They got farms in there. Quick Swap. Their coins are they were on the floor 3 days ago. And I created some farms in there. And I'm yielding Polygon Matic with Quick. And let me just pull up Quick. Fuck it. Let's go to Coin market. Go to quick.
It has a price of $50.
Yeah. But go to quick swap new. There's a thing called new, quick new. And you could see if you pull that one up and go to all, this
Okay.
thing 2 days ago. So if you go back in time to 6/18/2022 and put it on all, the graph, I'm sorry, you'll see that the bottom was 0.038. 2 days ago, me and my buddy Kick, we ran into this thing and it said exactly what the fucking lifetime low was, 0.038. And we said to ourselves, we went to the quick swap farms. They have a yielding thing. It's not like some fucking crazy number where it's like 15,000 APR. You know what I'm saying, right? But we started creating our tabs, and this thing rose up from 38 to 48 and 2 days later, right? But this thing is on the floor. And the best thing about this platform is the technology of it. There's a ZK sync. There's a ZK quick swap. I'm not explaining this right. I fucking suck at this. Hold on. Go over here. Share.
You can do a lot on quick exchange, a quick swap, eh? Didn't
Yeah,
quite
this
realize
thing
all
has
this.
perpetual futures. This thing has, I mean, I love the technology, the
See this.
flexibility. So go to the farm. So, okay, so you see Polygon. They have a Polygon ZK EVM, right? And I'm playing with the Polygon network on here and the different network that's called Polygon ZK EVM, which is kind of a new thing, right? And they have different farms here as well. But you can look at Quick. So there's 3 coins. There's Quick, there's the D Quick. Man, there's so much shit. I don't even know where to start, Feeney. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. But
Well, like I'm looking at the Ethan Quick new, and it's got like a 62% APR. Like that's nothing to sneeze at, man.
right, but look at the liquidity.
I see it.
Right now, it's very low, and everyone that's in here is not trying to pull out, not trying to do no fucking fucked up shit. I can tell, we're here for the long run, and Quick is on the fucking floor. If you go back from last year or whatnot, their lowest point was 0.038.
Huh. Yeah. Well, what's it at right now? 48?
48. So I don't know if it was 0.0. I'm sorry. Excuse the 0 if I'm wrong, right? But just look at the look at the highs that it's had, right? So imagine yield farming this the whole way to the bull run. And watching that TVL build up by the millions throughout the whole timeline. That's why I'm in here, buddy. I walked into this the other day with a couple friends, and we were like, wait a minute. Every coin they got is on the floor right now. TVL's building up. So what's special about this platform is they're built on the Ethereum thing, but they're Polygon, right? ZK or whatnot. And the special thing is when you do your gas fees here, it's Ethereum based, but it's like they figured out a way to make the gas fees like fucking 3 cents on an Ethereum layer. I don't know if I'm explaining this right.
You are. I'm looking right through it. Like I'm right intrigued. Like I'm in the gaming hub.
Yeah.
Like they got a
So
lot of stuff, and it looks very organized. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. I'm impressed by the organization, the website.
There's
Now,
quests, there's tournaments, there's updates in here.
right. So the ZK thing is kind of new. So they're going to reward these people who start staking here using the swap. You know what I mean? Have you heard of the optimism airdrop? Like people who started using optimism when it was brand new, like beta, they had like a leaderboard, just like this place, right? And the more you use it and this and that, they all got airdropped a new token or whatnot, right? But the average airdrop was 15K. I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but the technology here is what I'm impressed with too. Now I've heard of like 3 other blockchains that utilize this kind of technology too. QuickSwap is one of them, where they can build on that Ethereum platform or whatnot using Polygon or whatever. I don't know how to explain it correctly, man. I'm the average crypto guy, right? But I just know that when I used ETH for my gas here, bro, it was like 2 cents, 3 cents. Like it was very cheap. And you're gonna bridge your money here using this place called Orbiter, right? And we can get into that. I might do like a tutorial video, but if you need help, I got you. Like we'll try to run through it, walk through it all together. But I do want to make a video on it because I
Well,
like it a lot. I
then the
actually
video should
like
be
it.
walking me through setting a few things up because I'm intrigued by it. Yeah,
Word.
because I mean it's a solid protocol, and if things are on the floor, I don't know, bud. I don't know if you know anything about me, but I like to buy things when the blood is on the streets and looks like it can't come back. I like that
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah, I
especially when
know
it's a
that.
good project. You know what I mean? Like QuickSwap's not going anywhere. People are trading on that. Like you're using
Mm-hmm.
it, and you can see that they're growing. Like you can see
Mm-hmm.
that they've got things happening, and it's organized. Or yeah, I want to be the guy that you're walking through how to set this up.
For sure, man. Definitely. I want to share this because I do think it's a gem we walked into the other day. And what's crazy is 2 days later, the Quick token and every other token in their ecosystem rose up like 12 or 15%. And I know they saw what I saw. This thing was at the fucking all-time low as it was a year ago. And they saw that this thing had potential. There's going to be more people pouring into this sooner or later. And I just want to be here. And I want to ride this thing till the fucking, bull run, man. And we all know the bull run's imminent, man. We got the fucking Bitcoin halving coming up. Lots of things, man. Lots of things to look forward to. Yeah, man. Polygon, dude. I love the Polygon technology is really impressing, man.
It is. It is. I don't know. Like, I mean, everything's fast and cheap, and it's built on an Ethereum layer. I'm in, and like, because I like buying things on Ethereum too, but I don't like the gas fees that go with it. You
Right.
know, I enjoy the communities that I can find and a couple that I'm in, but I just like you just think, why not do it on Polygon? If you do have the ability to do everything that you want to do for your company,
Mm-hmm.
and you can do it on a fast, low gas fee, get everything accomplished, why aren't you going to go there?
Why aren't you going to go there? There's going to be a funnel effect. I absolutely believe this because sooner or later, people are going to realize, this ZK. Okay, so there's Polygon and then there's ZK Polygon or some shit, right? And this is this new stuff that it's kind of like a beta or whatnot, right? But as soon as this thing gets afloat, man, it's going to be official. And there's going to be some kind of funnel effect when people realize that, yeah, this technology is where I want to develop and build my next project. It's going to happen. And shout out to Kronos. I just had to throw that in there. But yeah, God, so petty. I know. But I want to give a big shout out to my boy Kick Ass. I don't know if you remember Kick Ass from the boardroom, but this motherfucker, man, this is my man. He's a dirty dog too. He's floating around all these chains, and this is what I respect about people who walk across the street, because they find things. They're looking around, and there's so much gold outside. It's just sitting there, and it's like all you had to do was walk across the street. You know what I mean? It was that simple. And he's opened my eyes a lot these days. And shout out to everyone in the boardroom, because right now it's really tight, but it's such a gathering, sharing group, and we're so open to other stuff, man.
My birthday's coming up soon, so maybe I can get an invite to that Discord that you talk about.
Okay, sorry. You will. We'll expedite that invite. We'll expedite it.
I'm just kidding.
Oh no, I'm playing along. I love a good joke. Come on, man. You know me. I love a good joke. Yeah, man, this has been fun, dude. Thanks for coming on, Feeney. I love chopping it up with you, talking crypto. I always get the truth out of you. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that.
I look forward to you getting Matthew. You said it was from Voton X. I think that it would be cool if you got him on and we can talk to him a bit, because I'm always intrigued to see how a company is incorporating real world, and I see real world there. So I want to hear more about it.
Absolutely, man. I hope we can get that on board too on this podcast and just hear him out. How the connection was made is one of my first questions would be, how was this connection made? Like, were you guys in the same town, or you guys known each other for a while? You know what I mean? Because I fear for the company, because anybody can make a token, right? So it's like, you must really trust this person or have known this person for a while. You know what I'm saying? So I'd love to hear the origins of the relationship, stuff like that. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. Did you join the Discord?
Oh, I will.
Okay. Yeah, man, I think we've done a good session tonight, man. Thanks for coming on board, dude. I appreciate your time. Guys, we're going to end the podcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you guys got any ideas, follow me on Twitter at Ducely. Follow Feeney Baggins on Twitter too. What's your Twitter?
At Feeney Baggins.
At Feeney Baggins, at Ducely. We are who we are. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for coming on board tonight, listening to us. You guys, stay blessed. Feeney, you're the man. Thank you for joining me as always.
Take care, Duce. Thanks for having me on, bud.
Yep.